Batter is Jimenez.
But if you can put another crooked number on the board here, that could change the way Joe uses his bullpen to finish this ball game.
Double play chance, although they're going to go home down 3. Oh, that ball thrown into right, and Diaz down, and the Pirates very upset. Baez scores. Schwarber to the plate. He is saved. And Clint Hurdle wants to know.
Well, and what Anthony does is he slides into home plate. The catcher's in front of the plate, but like the play at second base, Anthony slides right into the plate and slides right over the plate with his right hand, so it's a clean slide.
And here comes Clint to chat with Mark Carlson. I think Carlson's going to say you can't argue it. So Hurdle is out.
Ground ball to short. Rodriguez will throw to the plate for 1. Diaz fires it over the head of the first baseman, Diaz, and Elias Diaz is hurt. Josh Bell had no chance. Elias Diaz is rolling on the ground in front of the dirt circle in pain as the slide from Rizzo not only toppled Elias Diaz, and Clint Hurdle goes to the home plate umpire first to argue about that slide, while Elias Diaz is flat on his back on the grass, and meanwhile 2 more runs score.
The umpires are going to confer. They could call a double play here and put the runners back.
They don't think that was a very sportsmanlike slide.
All right, here comes the ruling. And that is the biggest farce I've seen in some time ago. I don't understand that.
There is no doubt that Rizzo went after Diaz, but there's also no doubt that he slid over home plate after he hit him.
That's a fair ball. They get 1, and that'll be it.
Double play. Came off the bag. Double play. Double play. And, broke the rules. Came off the bag.
Here come the Pirates. And here come the Cubs. And what good for Javi. I think Javi's saying, guys, no big deal.
Yeah, they're making peace. Meanwhile, everybody comes from the bullpen, comes sprinting into the fray. Only to be told, don't worry, boys, you're not needed.
So this clearly, and is Josh Harrison kind of tapping at somebody?
If I'm Joe, I say you got to. I would say check him. He slid late and he wasn't able to maintain contact with the base. Now Joe hates that rule, but if the rule works out for you.
Looked to me like Javi kind of tried to calm things down at some point. I'm with you. He's got to stay on the bag.
Yeah, and the only reason he didn't is because he didn't go further through is because he bumped into Javi. I think that should be a double play.
Totally with you. Yep.
Yeah, they're going to take a look.
Yeah, I think he's going to be out. I don't know if it's related to Monday or not. Once the bench is cleared,
and that's what happens when you had the incident the other night and the way it got blown up. Now everything that happens on the field, there's going to be questions as to what the intent was.
This is a crew chief review, so this was not a Joe Madden generated challenge. So they're going to tell both managers first. They're saying it's not a reviewable play.
Is it not crew chief reviewable, and Joe would have to issue a
That's
challenge,
what I'm thinking.
perhaps?
Ground ball towards second base. Kinsler's got it to Simmons for 1 on to first. Light that baby up as the Angels turn the game-ending double play. It's a 6-0 shutout victory. A little argument there at second base, and the bench is clear. But a win for the Angels.
A hard slide at second base. It's not unusual with Odor there, and this is getting a little bit testy right now. Well, the Angels remember that slide a couple different times over the years. Let's go back and take a look at the play. Clearly, Andrelton Simmons not happy with it.
And he did go out to try to kick.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about this the other day.
Rizzo.
With Anthony Rizzo. You cannot veer out of the way.
And you go with that. And he got him right in the shin with that.
Exactly. So you know what? If they don't turn that double play, that's a play that Mike Scioscia can have reviewed.
Yes, exactly.
And as we saw Major League Baseball come out the next day say that he did veer out and should have been called out. But nothing happens here. But like you said, that's the second time the Angels had a little issue with Rougned Odor. We mentioned it earlier in the game.
This one hit hard on the ground. Kinsler to second one. Simmons with a relay, and it is in time. And that double play kills rally, ends the ball game, and assures the Angels the 6-0 win. But there is a little mess out at second base. Odor went in hot. Nettleton Simmons didn't like it, and everybody's going to meet out there, and hopefully that's all this is. Odor, you understand if there be some frustrations bubbling over a little bit. Great job by Gallo and Beasley and Buechele to get in there and make sure that nothing more comes of it. It looked like he might have been the one with the shorter fuse. There we go. Hopefully everybody's okay.
You mentioned the guys doing a good job as far as getting in between, making sure everybody stays calm, and ultimately find out exactly what it was that got Rougned Odor upset. You see Albert Pujols there, and Don Wakamatsu walking with Rougned Odor. But let's get a look at what exactly happened here. Here's the flip from Ian Kinsler, and here's the slide from Rougned Odor, which looked pretty clean. Don't see any issues with that slide. Now things have changed here a little bit in the game, where you find players a little bit more sensitive to what's happening because there are new rules in place as far as those slides go. And I think what has happened with the new rules is that you have players at certain positions that are starting to get too comfortable sometimes and realize that contact is still something that is allowed. That's the one, I think, thing that is overlooked here, is that people think, well, you can't make any contact. That is not true. What you can't do is go above the knee, which Rougned Odor did not go there. You can't change direction. Rougned Odor did not change direction in that spot. You can't start your slide past the back. He did not do that there. I mean, everything checks off the list as far as I'm concerned watching that slide. So maybe for Andrelton Simmons just a little bit frustrated because it was an aggressive slide. And listen, it's a good slide by Rougned Odor. He can still reach the base. He did not change the path. And that's right there, a little push where Andrelton Simmons isn't having it saying, you kicked me. You can kick a guy. You're still allowed to kick a middle infielder. But we got guys nowadays that have just gotten a little bit too sensitive. Look where he's pointing. You are allowed to go below the knee. You can make contact with a middle infielder below the knee. It is clear as day in the rules of what is considered a bona fide slide. That was a bona fide slide.
The only thing that could have mattered after that, and that's just from a technical standpoint, was holding the bag. And that wouldn't, that's not at all what was being discussed.
And they don't even call that anymore. So you just got to be able to reach the bag. I don't even think you see that called. And you're right, because it is written that way, but you don't even see it.